Hey guys, foot reviewer here again with a comparison of the Adidas F30s, which is the blue and purple pair of boots, and the Adidas F50 AdiZeros, which are the white ones closest to you. Now, the F30s are made to be a more affordable version for really the type of player which doesn't play at such a high level. The version of the AdiZero is also a lot dearer than the F30s. F30s retail at about £50 to roughly about £70, opposed to the AdiZero, which retails at, from what I've seen, £104 to roughly £130. £30. Now obviously there's a few key differences. One of them being the sole plate of the boot. So if we drop two of these back, take a look at the AdiZero first. As you might have seen in one of my previous reviews, the sole plate is what's known as a sprint frame, which is unbelievably hard, bendy, and very, very light, opposed to the F30s. Well, just cheap edition. Doesn't look half as good and isn't as strong either. We have a look at both of the bottoms of the boots. There we go. Personally, image wise, I think the AdiZeros look a hell of a lot better as well. Through the boot. Now, these materials for the AdiZero are unbelievably thin and light. It's a synthetic material. There's not much to it, if you can see. It's very thin, opposed to the F30, which is a lot chunkier, and as it's chunkier, it's obviously a lot heavier as well. Now, the next difference that we have is the shape. Now, obviously, in my previous review was shown, I'm not sure whether you can see the sprint web down the side. It's that little grey bars going down. That helps to support the boot and give it its shape. If you look, you can see a clean difference in shape throughout the boot, opposed to these boots, the F30s, which have no sprint frame down them. But obviously I've lost a lot of the shape. If you look at both of them, the F30 doesn't have half as much of its shape still as the AdiZero. Quite a big and quite a expensive task putting in that sprint web inside the boot. The structure of the boot, obviously with the sprint web again, makes the boot a lot tougher and durable. Can take more of a beating and more of a running out, and will last you longer looking as good. Also, once again, the sprint web in the back of the boot, well, the sides of the boot, give you that bit of security, that bit of strength, and that bit of structure and safety to the boot. Whereas these boots, they do have an element of safety and protection around them, just simply because of how much thicker the synthetic on these ones are opposed to these. So really, if you want a boot which is more protective of your foot and gives more of a barrier between somebody else's studs and your own foot, you want to buy the F30, I would suggest. Obviously the image is a massive factor. F30s just don't look as good, simple as. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion, but if we look at the AdiZero, there's just so much more detail gone into them. They look a million times better, I think. I know some will definitely disagree with me, but also the materials of the F30 tend to scratch a hell of a lot more than the AdiZero does. And obviously the final contributing factor is the weight of the boot. AdiZero's, says it in the name, zero for zero weight. So like you're running with your socks on basically. Whereas these, because of the material, they also soak up water a lot, which makes them a hell of a lot heavier because of the material, and smell pretty bad. But other than that, there isn't any more differences within the boots. So we've got the blue and green F30s at the back there, which I put black laces in because of how dirty the laces got anyway. Completely uncleanable. The purple AdiZero, not AdiZeros, sorry, excuse me, F30s, which again have marked up a little bit. I don't know if you can see there. There's loads of scuffs like that along the boot. And then finally the AdiZero. Just really the ultimate boot in comparison to its cheaper rivals. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, rate, like, comment, follow us with Facebook, add us as a friend. We are footy reviewer. Just add it. See more of an in-depth look at the boots, the comparison, and we'll have some great pictures on there also. Thanks a lot. Keep your eyes open for more videos coming soon.